Hey you folks, Quilly here and welcome to another Hearthstone Arena video. Before I jump right in, I want to take a note at my quest log. I haven't actually played in a couple of days, so I've got quite a few daily quests racked up, including a double Priest combo. So if Priest comes up in the arena, I will pick Priest. However, I have never played Priest in the arena. I mean, I think there's still plenty of classes I haven't played in the arena, and I have really very little experience with them whatsoever. I do know I have a hard time against Priests, so maybe it'll be a good thing for me to learn how they work. But yeah, we'll probably be totally fail. But hopefully we can complete a bunch of these. Hey, if we go at least 5 and 3, then we'll complete all 3 of these quests at the same time. Probably it's a moot point because we probably won't get Priest at all. But hey, that's what I was thinking. What else was there? Warlock and Paladin, I think, were the other 2 that I had to build, that I had available for quests. So one of them should come up. Paladin, there we go. And how come I don't have any sound at all? Where do I have my master volume? There we go. I do have to keep the music rather low usually in these games, just because of stupid...
I will fight with honor.
What's the word I'm looking for? Stupid YouTube issues. But there we go. Anyway, okay. So first pick. Apparently the first pick, the middleest pick, and the last pick is guaranteed to be at least a rare. These are things I am learning. The Questing Adventurer is obviously a pretty annoying card, but I think he's much more annoying in a constructed kind of environment. Yeah, I probably have a lot of cheapies, but the thing is, as a 3-drop, as a 3-drop, he's just a 2/2, which is rather poor. I mean, the baseline for a 2-drop is like a 3/2 or a 2/3. So the Questing Adventurer is quite poor for that. And even if you follow up with 1 card, he's only a 3/3. If you can get 2 cards after that, then all of a sudden, a 4/4 for 3 starts to become pretty good. But A, you can't do that as a 3-drop. And I don't know, there's a good chance that he's going to get just eliminated. I think that... I don't know, he's a decent middle thing. Obviously, the Murloc is crap. The Swordsmith is not great. I mean, he's a 1/3 instead of a 2/3. But it is kind of a neat ability. And, I mean, I suppose if I'm making a weenie-ish kind of deck, I might end up being able to make, like, a turn 5 play, where he comes out and is, like, vaguely scary. A lot of it depends on how much taunt I have to protect him. But the Swordsmith is basically in the same way. And... yeah, the problem is I don't feel like any of these are particularly strong in their role. I'm going to go ahead with the Master Swordsmith, because some stuff that people drop early on only has 1 health, so we can kill it off, I think. You know what? There's a lot of decent 2-drops. Maybe we'll just go for the 3. Screw it. People love Questing Adventurer. Let's just do it. I know I'm going to get yelled at if I don't take it. Eye for an Eye is an awful card. Such a terrible card. Just absolute crap. The Warlord is, I think, an excellent card in a Paladin deck because there's a good chance that you can get a fair number of minions. I mean, your ability gives a minion. So, probably, if he comes in for at least a 5/5, then he's acceptable for 5. If he comes in for a 6/6, then he's great, and anything beyond that is awesome. I like the Gnomish Inventor, but the Warlord, I think, is going to be the obvious pick here. I've never played with the Mad Bomber. I don't like his randomness, but I know a lot of people do. I mean, a 3/2 for 2 is, I mean, obviously, that's just your baseline, and that's a great pick. I almost prefer the 2/3 to the 3/2s, because they do die to a lot of more stuff. On the other hand, sometimes this can trade for something that costs 3. And yeah, so this can hit... he can't hit himself, but other than that, he can hit all your stuff, he can hit you, he can hit the enemy hero. Sometimes he'll get lucky. It's like a more random arcane missile, but he's clearly the best pick out of this bunch. I don't like the Reckless Rocketeer. The Stormwind Knight is interesting. I mean, he's really low on the power, but he does come out and usually can kill one thing on the turn he comes in on and not die to that himself. That being said, the Fairy Dragon, that can't be targeted by spells or heroes abilities, is not quite as good at this point as what I used to think it was, just because in Magic this would be amazing. But here, because you can target your attacks, so enemy minions can attack the Fairy Dragon directly, he's not as hard to remove. It also means I can't buff him with some of the Paladin-y stuff that I'm hoping to get, like Kings, but I still think that it's probably a best pick. Also, I know Paladin's got a lot of really good forecasting cost drops, and I don't think the Stormwind Knight is strong enough for that role. We are definitely taking the Dragonling Mechanic. I don't think she's that strong, but I think the Wisp is crap, and the Murloc Raider is not really that good. I'm not concerned about having a turn 1 drop, and other than that, it's a bad one. And at least this one puts out, I mean, in a sense, it's almost like having a 5/5, or a 4/5 for 4, so it's almost like Yeti quality, but split in 2, which has pros and cons, but we'll take her anyway. Eye for an Eye is crap. Blessing of Might is, yeah, hit and miss. I mean, I don't like the fact that it doesn't result in direct card advantage, but a permanent +3 is not bad. That being said, the Bloodsail Raider is actually a great card. A 2/3 for 2 is always good. Paladins do have weapons. I haven't gotten one yet, but I will be grabbing weapons when I see them, so this becomes a possibility of being a fantastic creature. Early game, like turn 2, 2/3 is fine. Mid game, when I've got a weapon out, you know, an X3, great creature. There we go. There's a weapon. I don't think Light's Justice is a great one. It is cheap, but it's only really good for destroying weenies. I do think the Gnomish Inventor is a splendid card, but we need at least 1 Consecration. I think ideally I'd like to get at least 2. I don't know how many you want to get. You wouldn't want to get necessarily 10 of them necessarily. I mean, yeah, they damage the enemy hero, so maybe it would be good, but I mean, at least this one is a no-brainer. Okay, excellent choices here. The Loot Hoarder is an acceptable 2-drop. I'm not in love with him, especially given the fact that I've got 2 other excellent creatures. The Chillwind Yeti is always good. 4/5 for 4. He's like your standard, like, you compare everyone to him, and he's pretty good. I think the Dark Iron Dwarf is slightly better than him, especially in this deck, since I probably will have someone to buff. He does suck more as a solo drop, but there should always be someone for me to buff in this deck, so I'm going to take the Dark Iron Dwarf there. Acidic Swamp Ooze is fantastic. The Bluegill Warrior is, well, the fact that he has charge does mean like he's almost like a shock, like a removal card, but he's not that great. Hand of Protection is actually pretty cool because you can use him, say, with the Questing Adventurer, for example, which, you know, I'm being silly and not acknowledging earlier. I want the Acidic Swamp Ooze. He's very good 2-drop. Gadgetzan Auctioneer is okay. I don't know how spell heavy we're going to be. Holy Wrath is incredibly random. And, you know, it really depends on what your mana curve is. And even if it's mostly a heavy mana curve, you could still get screwed and only do 2 damage and not kill something. The fact that you have to target this before you know what it is sucks. The Young Priestess, yeah, I acknowledge that she can be scary in certain situations. But she does die really quick. I mean, obviously, if you drop her against a mage, she's just dead or anything like that. You really do have to protect her to have her be useful. I only have 1 spell so far, so the Auctioneer is not looking great. I might take Holy Wrath. You do get to draw a card, at least. And so, at the very least, it's going to be card neutral, although you will lose a turn casting it because it costs 5. I don't know, we might pick up the Holy Wrath and, like, cross our fingers and hope in certain situations. I'm sure, like, I don't like random effects, but we're already got a Mad Bomber. I don't have enough spells right now to make the Auctioneer worthwhile. I guess we'll take the Holy Wrath. And the Priestess, yeah, it's not something I prioritize. Redemption is okay. Not great. I'm not a huge fan of most of the secrets. So, the Stormpike Commando, 4/2 for 5, that is really not great. The Battlecry is okay. I think here I might actually take the Gnomish Inventor. It's actually not a bad card to buff if I get some buff stuff, because it's tough enough that it's hard to remove with just 1 shot. And the draw card effect is not bad. It might have been a 4 pick, but what the hell. Okay, Bloodfen Raptor, there's a 3/2 for 2 with no abilities other than being a beast. Not a bad pick. I think I would like a little higher stuff. Again, I don't like the Reckless Rocketeer. The 5/5 with Stealth Tiger is actually, I do like this Tiger quite a bit, and I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Even though the Raptor is, there's nothing wrong with that. The Direwolf Alpha, I don't think is a good turn 2-drop. It's good later on when you have a lot of minions, and I will have a lot of minions. And frankly, the Goldshire Footman sucks. Light's Justice, where are my weapons? Not a huge fan of Light's Justice, just because it often can't kill stuff in 1 blow. We might take the Direwolf Alpha. I guess so. Okay, Frostwolf Grunt I don't like. It's not tough enough for the taunt, I think. I'd rather a 3/2 or 2/3 as a 2-drop. The Corehound is okay-ish, but I think we're going to take the Yeti. Yeti's great. Voodoo Doctor sometimes has a role in some decks. The Cobalt Geomancer is not good overall and not going to be good in our deck. I'm not a fan of the Nightblade. 4/4 for 5. I mean, we can get a 4/5 for 4. so that's not great. The instant damage helps speed things down a little bit. The Voodoo Doctor is flexible, but he's a poor turn 1 drop, so spell damage, yeah, boost your Consecrates, and that's about it. And maybe the Holy Wrath? I don't know if Holy Wrath... Hold on, I gotta check this out. I mean, I still think it's a bad pick. Hearthstone, Holy Wrath, spell damage. No, I can't find a definitive answer. I'm kind of curious. I assume it probably doesn't. I think I'm going to end up taking the Nightblade, even though I don't think she's very good. I think she's better than the other picks. Repentance can be super hit or miss. Not a fan of it. Fairy Dragon, fine, but a Spellbreaker is going to be fantastic. We want at least one Spellbreaker. Would be nice. A little bit of silence. All decent picks, actually. I don't have much in the way of 3, so I think I'm going to take Tauren Warrior. He's not super ideal in our deck, but he can potentially be a pain in the ass. Is he good enough, actually? He's probably fine, and it gives me something to do on turn 3. Don't know if that's the ideal logic, but there we go. I think the Scarlet Crusader is actually excellent, especially in our current deck situation. Yeah, I think she's going to be fine. Yeah, she can be picked down, but she does have to be pinged twice, and she tends to be a little bit annoying. So we'll put that down there. Hey, we got an epic slot. We don't want the Murloc. A Big Game Hunter is actually pretty cool. I also really like Avenging Wrath. A Big Game Hunter you don't play on turn 3, you save it to destroy something big. I think I'm going to take Avenging Wrath, though. I really like these kinds of spells. The Arcane Missiles, and this is just a really ridiculous Arcane Missile that is likely to kill at least a couple of things on the board, depending on what the board situation is like. But I think, like, this can be a card when you draw it that saves your bacon. The Big Game Hunter, potentially as well. But I like this. You can also use this as a kill, because if there's no minions on the board, this will do 8 damage to the enemy. Big Game Hunter is really good. But I want to play with this spell a lot. Wild Pyromancer, I'm not a fan of. It is a 3/2 for 2, which I guess is never bad. And I suppose the ability might not actually be an issue. I don't really care for Holy Wrath, as discussed before. Now, Mind Control Tech, actually I think is a solid pick. He's actually playable on turn 3, depending on situations. Like, if I have him in my hand and he could trade for something, I might play him on turn 3. And then later on, the ability to mind control something. Sure, why not? Redemption, alright, so I've skipped it once already, I think. This is the one secret that's got maybe some of the more potential, especially considering I'm not in love with these cards. You know, there's a few things. Now, Battle Cries won't trigger again, but Divine Shield, I think, will proc again with Redemption. You know, I think, what the hell? Worgen Infiltrator is like the one creature I like as a turn 1 drop, because he guarantees that he's going to do something. Except against Arcane Missiles, which can kill him. But short of that, there's not really anything that can kill him as a turn 1 drop before he gets to act, and there's a lot of turn 2 drops that he can kill. Although it means the opponent might not play anything with 2 health, but frankly that means the opponent might just not play anything at all. I still like the Tauren Warrior. Overall, he's not a bad pick, and he might be stronger. But the Worgen Infiltrator also plays well with something like Questing Adventure. I'm gonna grab one. Might be a little crazy. Alright, generally speaking, I don't like heal abilities, but this is, and at 5, 6, or 7 is certainly a little expensive. It would make more sense at 6 or 5, maybe even. I mean, certainly at 6 it would be balanced. But this is not a bad thing. That being said, the Shattered Sun Cleric is fantastic. So we're gonna take the Shattered Sun Cleric. I'm pretty good on the 2s and 3s now. I'm feeling pretty comfortable about that. I'll pick some up if some good ones come up, but I'm not worried about grabbing some more expensive stuff. Wolf Rider is more of a removal card, because 3/1 with charge can just jump out and kill something instantly, and that's not bad, actually. Acts like a, I don't know, Frostbolt or something like that. The Mogushan Warden is a pretty beefy wall. But you know what? I'm going to go for the Wolf Rider. No to the Magma Raider, that's for sure. I really like Argent Protector. Really, really like him. He's not a great turn 2 drop, but he's great after that. And there's lots of stuff that I might want to buff, aren't there? Maybe there's not as many things. But, I mean, a Divine Shield is always a decent ability. But Dark Iron Dwarf is also a fantastic card. I guess the Argent Protector does combo, again, really well with the Questing Adventure, even though I've only got the one. It's actually tough, because how many? I've got 4 turn 2 drops. And all of them, I mean, that's a little weaker as a turn 2 drop. All the others are fine. So I've got 3 decent turn 2 drops. I don't want to play this on turn 2. That's stupid. A Divine Shield or +2 to attack. Either one of these, you need to have another minion on the table for it to be useful. I gotta stop hesitating about this and just pick one. We'll go with the Argent Protector, because we already have a Dark Iron Dwarf. That's why. Yeah, the South Sea Deckhand, 2-1 for 1. I mean, that's your baseline, right, on turn 1. Again, I'm not necessarily in love with turn 1 drops anymore. We don't have any weapons. We're 25 of 30. All we've seen, oh my god. Like, everyone else gets the stupid, like, 4 attack power heals you 2 weapons, or the 1/5 that gives your minions +1/+1 when you summon them. I got 2 of the shittiest weapons, so I can't definitely not pick him. I'm gonna go for the Gnomish Inventor then. There we go, True Silver Champion, thank you. Holy crap, which we have to take. I would have taken up to maybe 3 of these. The only reason I wouldn't take more is at a certain point, I mean, you've already got a weapon in play, but the True Silver Champion is stupendously good. We have 1 silence so far. And other than that, I'm not a fan of the Ironbeak Owl, so I think I'm going to leave him out. The Ironfur Grizzly I'm not hugely in love with anymore. I think the Silverhand Knight is going to be great for us. We actually are light on the heavy end, so we're going to put him into play. Kings, thank you, finally. I mean, these are only like the totally common basic cards for your deck. They should come up all the time, we definitely want, I really don't like the Priestess Balloon. Silverhand Knight is fine, but I want a Blessing of Kings, so let's grab that. God, it's about time we get a few of those. Blessed Champion, I don't think, I'd rather have another creature. Well, I mean, you know, almost this is a creature with charge sort of thing. Arcane Golem, no. Defender of Argus, I think has some potential in our deck more than the others. I think I'm more comfortable with playing that. And I am not super keen on this deck. I can't believe, I mean, yes, thank you, we got a Kings and a True Silver Champion right at the end. But I'm still not in love with the deck. Let's see what we can do. We want to get 3 wins for the daily quest. Of course, I don't have to do that in Arena. I could do that in play mode just fine. But if we could do that here, that would be great. I mean, I'm hoping to get at least 3 wins with this deck, even though I feel that it's a pretty weak one altogether. I probably made a few drafting mistakes here or there. But overall, I feel like I wasn't given... I don't know, some of the cards I was expecting to get as a Paladin, I guess is the problem. And there we go, and we're playing a Priest right off the bat. They're so annoying.
I will fight with honor.
I'm going to definitely ditch the Redemption. This is my only True Silver Champion in the decks, and I really want to have it available to me. And the Fairy Dragon is a fine turn 2 drop. So at least I've got a turn 2 drop, so I'm just going to do this. And I still believe that going second is so much stronger than going first in this game. I think that, especially during the Mulligan step, you should only see 3 cards in your hand. You shouldn't have the ability to like discard all 4 and like really dig deep for a super strong start. This is going to be a fine turn 3 drop. I'll probably end up using him in trade. We'll see how it goes. Actually, okay, that's interesting. Do I get to know what card he stole? No, I don't. I'll be really annoyed if it's True Silver Champion. I will be annoyed beyond words if it's the champion. Well, I'm going to wait for you. So, yeah, alright, this is a pretty good set of plays. Fairy Dragon first, Wolf Rider second, True Silver Champion, and then maybe Bloodsail Raider plus something, or the Frost Wolf Warlord. I believe that can actually hit the Fairy Dragon, which is a little bit on the annoying side. And And certainly it could get lucky and eliminate a Wolf Rider in one. So I want to play the Wolf Rider, and then it's the question of, do I trade the Wolf Rider, say, for the Juggler? Or do I just go for Burn Down? I think I'm going to have to take out the Juggler, because if it does randomly hit my Wolf Rider, then it'll be pretty stupid. Yeah, I'll have done 3 damage more, but I think that this is a slightly better play, just to avoid me, like, ripping apart my keyboard at frustration of being killed by the stupid-ass Knife Juggler. Who's a great card. There we go, coin. And... fuck's sake. Excuse me. Unbelievable. This is going to be one of those that is really annoying me. Good, we're going to give him the strongest card to delay, which is what the priest really, really wants. So annoying. Well, we'll go True Silver Champion this turn. I'm not going to attack, I'm using it for removal. But next turn we can go Bloodsail Raider, plus put down a little minion, which would be okay. Great. Fantastic. Oh yeah, okay, we've got a pretty decent play here. So, put her down. And, yeah, and the minion, and this.
Reporting for duty.
And I don't think I want to deal 4 damage. Oh, wait, no. Actually, that would be an excellent idea. We do want to deal damage to Lightspawn, although he can be healed and then still trade for my big thing. So no, I'm gonna wait here.
Think.
I mean, he might just attack me. Whatever. I think it's okay. He could also buff it first. There's lots of things that could happen here, but I think I'm okay with this play. We're gonna see what he does. Oh, right, he's got the True Silver fucker. Of course. Of course. Yeah, alright, so that was... awesome. Awesome. Just fantastic. Alright, we're gonna buff our creatures and then lay down some beats on the Lightspawn.
My shield for Argus.
I'm even gonna put this down.
Not on my watch.
First kill.
To battle for justice.
I mean, of course he's gonna have the cards in hand when he's got the Lightspawn. I mean, that's when you're gonna play the Lightspawn, is because you've got all those cards to really buff it. So I should have taken that into my calculations a little bit more. I don't know. I'm still so pissed that he took the True Silver Champion. Like, of all the cards in my hand for you to grab. But hey, on the bright side, I've got my Holy Wrath, which has a really good chance of doing 2 to 3 damage. So I gotta keep that in mind. At least it cycles for a card. But if he doesn't kill any of my creatures, I'm gonna have a great Warlord on my next turn.
For this?
Especially since I can put out a minion first as well. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Reporting for duty.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
8/8. Of course, there's a lot of things that priests have that can completely F that up. I think I want to get rid of... No, you know what? I should just try to wreck him. Yeah, it gives him +1 spell damage. Which could mean that a Holy Nova could kill my Argus guy. But you know what? No, we just gotta start burning him down.
My responsibility. To the breach.
And it's still too soon to use my weapon for this, since it's my only one on the deck. I'm in no hurry to get through it. But yeah, we might use it for a kill. That's certainly possible. We're gonna see what he does here. How much can you heal yourself or protect yourself this turn?
Is someone injured?
Okay. Nice. So he's gonna go digging for more cards after healing his minion. No. Ah, Darkscale Healer. But he doesn't have enough mana to cast much of anything. And he's got no taunt. And I can do 18 damage on this next turn. What else you got? Draw another card, but you've got no mana left. I can just burn him down for the kill. Yeah.
For the whole.
This is my responsibility. You have best.
Cool, okay. Oh man, I was so pissed when he took that True Silver Champion. Oh, man. Alright, getting the victories under the belt. Still gonna have to get the Priest and or Warlock one. Just 5 victories for that one. Alright, we'll play one more in this video and then put a cut in. Then I'm gonna go have lunch. I wonder what I should have for lunch. Come on, find me an opponent. I know it's hard, but try to find someone who sucks worse than I do. Very slim pickings, I realize that, but do your best. Rexar the Hunter.
Rexar!
Let the hunt begin.
Okay,
I
Avenging
will
Wrath
fight
obviously
with
is to
honor.
go. Frankly, I think I'm gonna toss. Well, no, the Shattered Sun Cleric is really good. This is not my ideal turn 2 drop. Although, then it will get buffed to 3/3 and be a little harder to remove as long as it survives the first turn. You know, maybe we'll take this route. We'll see what happens. Because I could have discarded the Alpha and hoped for a better turn 2 drop. Okay, this works. Oh yeah, and I forget, I get the Coin of Brokenness too. Which is not really gonna help the opening play. Alright, Shield Breaker doesn't bother me in the least. Wisp. Okay. That's an interesting deck you've built. Oh, there we go. Coin into Mad Bomber. Yeah, I like it. And then Wolf, and so on and so forth. Sure. Boom. Of course he's gonna hit me. Twice! Twice he hits me! But he killed the Wisp, so I guess that's okay. Mad Bomber. A great turn 2 play, though. A little suckier later on, because you could hurt a lot of your minions if you've got any in there. I don't have any bounce dudes. Alright, let's find out what the secret is pretty soon. The one I'd be concerned about right now would be Snake Trap. Smite, or, Snipe, that's the word, yeah. Would be a little bit annoying, but not that badly. Alright. Okay, it's not Snipe. Is it Snake Trap? It is Snake Trap. Or Freezing Trap. Oh! Alright. That's interesting. It was going to be a cool combo of like being able to kill his defender in one go here. Means we get to use the battle cry again. Oh, now all of a sudden this guy's become annoying. Oh, for son of a bitch. It was going to be great. We could have killed him without taking any damage in return. Now the game's just gotten to be slightly frustrating. But we can still end up with a 3/3 Wolf and a 4/4 Shattered Sun Cleric here. And I still think that's a good play.
Cleanse the Sunwell.
And I guess we'll apply a little bit of beatdown to this guy.
Job's done.
I would have preferred a Snake Trap rather than the Freezing Trap, actually. I would have been in a much better position, I think. That is a lot of weenies, though. I like the Snake Trap a lot. Because even a mage is going to not enjoy using her hero ability to clean them out. I mean, yeah, if she got an Arcane Explosion or something, that'd be fine. But short of that, it's still a really annoying thing to deal with. Okay, now I'm getting to be vaguely annoyed. Actually, should we put the Mad Bomber back in? Yeah, what the hell? We'll put the Mad Bomber back in here because his ability might work out acceptably. It was a totally random like chance, and the Chillwind Yeti is a much stronger 4 mana play, generally speaking, but there was real possibility of something awesome happening there. And I'm gonna accept that that was awesome-ish. So now the question becomes on my turn 5, do I play the Nightblade? Or do I play something else? Because I don't think the Nightblade is necessarily as strong as the others, but the advantage is that then on turn 6 I can do a 4 casting cost plus one of the little baby minions. I think I'm going to do the Nightblade. I don't like the tempo of this game, though. I do have a lot of cards in my hand, which makes me happy. And this is someone who drafted Wisp and Shield Bearer, so that counts for something. Questing Adventurer is not right now. So we'll Nightblade.
They'll never know what.
And then have to clear off the Taunter. I do have a fair number of solid creatures in this deck. I don't like the fact that I don't really have great buffs. Next turn actually might be a great opportunity to drop a Blessing of Kings on something. Neither one of these, well, I guess none of the cards in my hand actually have an ability that is super strong. I could wait until turn 7, and they do a Questing Adventurer plus Blessing of Kings. It would turn him into a 7/7 right away. That's only going to get bigger.
I feel icky.
Now, I think here I'm going to be okay to do some trading. Well, let's find out, actually. Defender of Argus. Oh, that's really annoying. Well, trading's going to be fine then, I guess. Also, Frostwolf Warlord would come in as a 6/6, which is not bad.
I wonder.
I'm going to be trading a bunch of minions anyway, so they're not... I don't know if he's going to come in any more powerful than he is right now in practice. So let's go ahead and put him down. Next turn we'll do the Questing Adventurer combo.
This one's
Let's
mine.
trade like that. And like that. So he only gets one card.
Job's done.
Which is probably all he'd get anyway. He should probably trade his Gnome for my Bomber. And then if he did that, if he has the ability that kills a random minion on my side, then he'd be in fantastic shape. Still think the Questing Adventurer move is going to be kind of scary, though. I like Harvest Golem, but in this case I'm not particularly scared. Those are all pretty solid creatures. Oh, he's going to go for straight burn down at this point. Which I can't blame him for. I can give my minions taunt, but I want to do the combo.
Give me a quest.
And then we can see about giving stuff taunt next turn. Although, if I wanted to play the burn down race, I could have just put it on my Warlord. Now, I think I have to stall for a little bit of time. I think I have to do a trade here. There's a lot of stuff that could potentially be bad. Do I just keep clearing? No, I gotta hit him for 6. I mean, if he kills me next turn, he kills me next turn. But other than that, I gotta start making progress. Because after this, I can Defender of Argus. If he doesn't kill me next turn, I can Defender of Argus and actually be in pretty good shape for surviving for a while. Although he can still plunk me down in, well, at least 7 turns. But it's gonna be less than that once he deals damage with a couple of creatures. Okay, so I've got 4 turns to live from his basic ability. Ooh. Random minion, followed by Defender of Argus. Actually, we'll Defender of Argus first because I'm probably it's fine, but I know I want to give these 2 minions the bonus.
Let me think. That didn't quite hit the mark.
My shield for Argus.
Engaging TC-130
What are you gonna give me?
mental dislocator.
That's fine. Okay, so now I just have to kill him.
Quest accepted.
Job's done.
Easy peasy. What could possibly go wrong? But if I didn't have the Argus Defender, he could have killed me this turn. I mean, I suppose he, I would have had something else in my hand that might have also helped, but... Alright, yeah, play out the turn. There's nothing you can do. I guess he's just like, I want to kill your dude out of spite. And a Consecrate actually would have been great timing for that. Alright, I'm liking the deck slightly vaguely more. Hey, we'll actually be able to start building a actual Paladin deck at some point too. There we go, some gold from that. Unlock Guardian of the Kings, which is, yeah, okay. Boom, boom, boom. And, oh yeah, I gotta put a cut in here, have some lunch. See you soon. Bye-bye.